Alright, I'm Jordan from Island Web Design, and we built about 8 websites last month using Sanity and Astro. And if you take a look at our customer feedback survey that I sent to all my web design clients, there is not one single person who said there is something they don't understand, or something that confused them, or that they didn't know how to use their website. And all this is thanks to the custom content management systems that we're building with Sanity and Astro. There's no tutorials like this online, and if you've been following me in the last few videos, we've already shown you how to turn Sanity into a custom website builder for your clients, how they can build out new pages from inside the Sanity Studio, and how they can auto-deploy it to Netlify with webhooks. I even showed you how to build a custom search bar with Astro without any frameworks and complex search indexings, and my clients can do all this without any tech skill level at all. And in this video, I'm going to show you how we can build a custom SEO pane inside the page in Sanity so the client can control all their meta tags, update their OG image, change their search engine description, really anything, allowing them free reign to control their search engine ranking from inside Sanity Studio. Alright, so we're on my website here. We still have the search bar from last time actually. This is what we built last time if you want to check out the last video, and this is literally an NPM package. It's really helpful because you can just search for anything on the site without any complex frameworks. But that's not what this video is about. This is about how we can let our clients change their SEO in the Sanity Studio. And by the way, I just recorded this whole video, messed it up. It was recorded in like 720p, it looked blurry. So I'm gonna have to do this again. I'm gonna just do the exact same thing again. I just literally hit undo in my code editor and rubbed out everything I did. So come over here and we've got our components and, sorry, not our components, we have our list down here with all of our different, well, I suppose they are components, they're just different parts of the site. And we actually built this with the desk structure, so the fact that you can not just have like your normal document list down here and you can actually like customize what's here, build different layers and all that, that's done with the Sanity desk structure API. I'm going to do a full tutorial on that in the future, but I did run through it in the last video, so if you want to check that out, I'm either going to link it up there or down there, so make sure you check that out. And what I'm going to show you today, I'm going to go to pages here, and in my home page right now, I have all of my sections. This is from the last video, so let's just remove that. I have all my sections here, and I showed you how to do this in the last video as well, which is, it's basically a page builder. I mean, you can come into every section, they're all completely customizable with all of the content, they can drag them around, reorder sections, meaning that they can build out their pages super easily. I mean, I told you in the intro, I don't have a single customer that's ever said they were confused by this. So we actually want them to be able to control their SEO in here as well, because there's loads of examples of this where you'll do a client's SEO description, then they want you to change it, and then the characters aren't quite long enough, so some of it's cut off. So you just want them to be able to iterate on it themselves. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to build out a tab in here where the client can control all the SEO for this page, and it's actually really simple to do. So let's go over into VS Code here. I'm in my project, and I actually mentioned this last time, so I'll mention this now. We have a mono repo here. This was done in the last video as well, so if you want to understand that, you can check that out. But that just means that all of our prettier and ESLint and stuff is at the root. We have a web folder for the Astro project, which is our front end, and we have a studio folder for the Sanity project, which is like our content management system. So we're going to come into our studio folder, and what we're going to do in the home page here is we're actually just going to first define some groups. So I'm in my home page schema, which I showed you how to build in the last video, and outside of fields on the actual schema, I'm going to say groups, and it's an array of objects, and all you have to do is give it a name. I'm going to ignore Copilot because I actually want to type it out for you guys. Name, SEO, title, SEO, and then we're just going to give it an icon of IO search, and make sure we get the comma in there. So that would be our first group, SEO, and our second group would be page. And I'm sure, I'll explain this to you in a sec, but I'm sure you can really understand that. Let me just get the icon. We'll keep that icon. I'm sure you can understand that that is where the SEO will be, and this is where all the content for the page will be. Right now there's only a title on here, which is read only. It's for reference, just so people can see it's the home page, and the array of sections with all the different sections that are possible to be used on this page. So now that we've defined our groups like this, if we go over into our Sanity Studio, you will see that nothing's changed. Here's what you need to do. Firstly, we're going to need to build an SEO object. So we're going to need the SEO title, the meta description, the OG image, and an array of keywords. There's other stuff you can use, but we're just going to do it with this for now. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to make a comment here to say what I need first, just so I can recall it. So it'll be like SEO title, meta description, keywords, and then what was the last thing? It would be an OG image. So that's what we want, right? And we're going to do this in a separate file. So over here I've got an empty file. So you just want to come into your schemas, SEO.js, this is called. And at the top I'm going to say export, default, excuse my spelling, name, SEO panel. We don't want to call it SEO because that's going to be the name of the document that's referenced in. Title will be SEO. Type will be object. It could be a document. We sometimes use documents so we can reference them and make them reusable, but for the sake of this, we're going to do objects, and I'm going to show you all about reusable documents in a future video. So SEO panel, title SEO, type object, and then the fields are simply, actually I think Copilot would probably know this, and I've just told you what they are. yeah. So we don't want the read-only title, that's not actually right. And we're going to call that SEO title. We'll call this SEO description. We don't want rows, that's kind of weird, and we don't want any validation either. Keyword array of strings. We can go with the layout for tags, so you can actually pass options into objects here, and you can say like layout tags or layout grid and change how it appears in the studio. I'll dive into that in future videos as well. It's not really important now. And then we've got the OG image, which is of type CustomImage, and I'll show you guys this. I've shown you this in all the other videos, but this is an object as well, and it's just an image with an alt text to make sure that the alt text is always included when the client actually like adds an image in here, right? So now that we've defined that SEO panel, we can come into our index and we can import it. So I'm just going to say import SEO panel from, and I'm pretty sure it would be /page builder. And to be honest, in the last one, we had trouble finding this route. So SEO/SEO, and that's going to be correct. And then all I need to do here is just say SEO panel. And sorry, my bad, SEO panel. And I said this to you guys in the last video as well, but if I make any errors, I'm just going to fix them in front of you, because you guys are going to run into a lot of the same errors I do, and you need to understand how they're fixed. And I'm not copying this off anything anyway. This is like, I know how to do this. So as you can see, when you come over into Page Builder, there still isn't any tabs. So how do we define the tabs? Well, actually, all we really need to do is just say which groups they're in. So if we go over into this home page now, right, the first one we're going to do is add that SEO object. So we're going to go name, call it SEO, title will be SEO, and the type is going to be SEO panel, which is the object we just created, right? And that's how you reference an object that you create. And now if we come over here, sort of there, we've got the title, we've got the SEO object, we've got the sections, but like, you don't really want the client to click on here and have to go through the SEO. You want these things to be separated off, right? So, all you have to do is come in here and we're going to say that title is part of the group. So we say group, page. In SEO, we say group, SEO. And in sections, we're going to say group page as well. Like that. And now look, and now we have these tabs up here. Click here, you're only going to see the SEO for the page. You go here, you're going to see all the sections for the page. And we'll just populate this SEO so I can show you how you render it. So we'll just say world class web design. Actually, no, that's my title currently. We'll use a different one. We'll just say Island Web Design. Lorem ipsum. We'll just take some lorem ipsum. Obviously, you're not going to actually use lorem ipsum for your SEO description, but you guys know that. Keywords. Let's just put a couple random keywords. I thought that was going to be wrong. I thought tags was deprecated. So there we go. So we go into SEO. Turns out this layout option for tags is deprecated. So let's get rid of that. And now this should load up. And then now we can add our keywords. So I'm just going to add a couple keywords. You guys know you can just add as many keywords as you need. Web design, website. Those two will do. We'll pick an OG image. I'm going to pick a random one. This website that I made for Apollo is sick. It's another thing you guys should go and check out. So let's just whack that in there. You can find all this stuff on my website. Apollo developments. And let's publish that. I should have been editing this in the SEO tab really, right? But it's the same thing. So we publish that. And now actually all you need to do to query this is it's already attached to the home object. And I mean, in our index page, we're already querying the home object. So all we need to say here is const SEO equals home. Is it home page? Yeah, it's homepage dot SEO panel. No, it's .SEO. And then we'll say console.log SEO. Pull this up, and we got our SEO right here in the console, yeah? And that means that now, get rid of that console log. Here in title, we can simply pass in SEO.SEO title. And then I've got like my original SEO for the actual site coming from somewhere else. So if I just come into the layout here, we see we've got title. And then in this title, we just want to make, oh, actually it might already be working. So now we come over to the website and we can see the title up here has changed to Island Web Design. So that's exactly how you allow the client to control all that SEO inside the Sanity Studio. I mean, there's so much you can do with this. And in the last video, and to be honest, every time I show people this, people always ask me what this is about. Components over here, right? Everything in here is reusable. We have reusable buttons. These are all the buttons that are used around my site. We have a color picker. We can pick the color of the buttons, the variant, and we can choose which page it links to, which section it links to. We can make it a contact link and pick a person from inside our studio. We've got reusable cards over here. So really any component that we use on a regular basis is a document that can be referenced and reused in the component side. I'm going to show you exactly how we build that in the next video. That'll be using the Structure Builder API along with, as I said, reusable document references. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching and make sure you subscribe for more. If you want to get more free value like this from me, you can sign up for my free newsletter on the Island Web Design website. I'm just giving away the value at this point, sharing everything I'm learning building this web design agency. Alright, so I hope you found that valuable, and if you didn't, go and implement this in a client project, and I'm sure you'll change your mind. And if anything I mentioned in this video from the last video seemed helpful to you, you can find the links to all of our Sanity and Astro tutorials in the description and on my channel. And as I always say, we're building like 10 websites a month in Sanity and Astro, so we're on top of all the new technologies that people never find out about until it's too late. And this is the actual CMS that we use for our real web design clients, and they absolutely love it, so we know what works. And if you don't believe me, you can go and check out my reviews on our website. Thanks for watching, and make sure you subscribe for more.